Hey, and welcome to the show. This show is brought to you by Patreon members like you.
Thank you for being a Patreon member.
As a Patreon member, you get a video of the podcast that we put out twice a month.
Now, on with the show.
It's working. Ah, hey, must be working.
What's up, Bobby?
Good day, everyone. Hey, Bobby. Getting older, right? How is everyone on this beautiful Monday? So, question that I have. We all had a wonderful weekend, right? We can just get that out of the way. So here's the question I have. If a manufacturer designs a product that has a feature that doesn't work the way you want it to because of whatever regulations they've put in there, and everyone is scrambling to try to figure out how to get this feature to work because they want it to work differently than the manufacturer wants it to work, why are we wasting our time with this product? Clearly the manufacturer just wants, you know, they're not thinking of us, they're just thinking of themselves. And for whatever reason, I get their reasoning behind it, but I mean, I know as an iPhone user, plenty of the Android guys that I've talked to have said, oh, I won't ever use it again because it doesn't work the way I want it to, and they've taken a hard line on it. But for some reason, this manufacturer keeps doing the same stuff over and over and over again, and every 2 to 3 years we go through the same headache, and I always get roped into it, and I don't care about it because it's not that important to me. But why would we support this brand is what I just don't understand. And you guys, I'm sure, you'll figure it out at some point. But what's up, everyone? That's just my thought for the day. And those are the thoughts that would generally turn into podcasts and make Bobby happy. But
what's up, Carl?
Who's got time for that craziness? All right. So, Vancouver, Georgia,
yeah, nice.
UK. What's going on over there? Across the pond in Colorado. So yeah, I tell you what, I'm gonna play with the new mouse. Ooh, look at that. Merlin. Okay. How rude. I was trying to watch you guys. YouTube. I'm sorry, my bad. Bill, what's happening? So back at it today. Another fun and exciting whatever.
Well, nice, Joe.
What?
He received his 4th of July shirt.
Cool.
Yeah,
pretty
pretty cool.
Aren't they awesome?
What's up, Luis?
Podcast. Roberto asking, I've seen a lot of advertising for Scar Audio. Want to know what you guys think of them as soon as I can. I want to... I mean, it's a great Beeline product, and that's the easiest way to think of them. They make nice stuff. A lot of people love them. They're affordable. You know, they sound decent. Put a DSP in there, and you can make all kinds of magic happen.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
What's up, Christian?
No point using it if it doesn't work for you. I agree. But the thing is everyone wants it to work for them. For some reason, this is that brand that everyone just wants to work for them, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm tired of it. Every couple years, we got to go through the same crap with them, and it's like everyone is freaking out. And it's like, why sell them? Why sell them? Or sell them under the, like everyone else would sell them. By that I mean like Best Buy would sell them and say, hey, this is all it can do. This is what it does. If you want it to do anything else other than what it can do this way, sorry. But,
What's up, Wayne? David, also he got his 5-star. Nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Couch app sent me here. This is really a couch action.
Hello from Dallas. Install anything on the new Rangers yet?
No, it's weird. I know, with all the F-150s. I'm thinking most people are just like, how much is the Ranger? I'll just buy the F-150. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay. How do you get rid of engine noise through speakers? You start at the amplifier or the radio, because that's what's giving you the engine noise. It's only the speaker is the last thing in the chain. So somewhere before that is the problem. Now, depending on the equipment you have, you're going to want to start over and check your install, because somewhere in that install is where the problem lies. Now, in that install could be a bad piece of equipment, like an amplifier or a radio. So, it's in the install. That's it. It could be a bad ground, it could be a bad RCA, it could be a speaker went through a wire. There's a lot of things it can be. You have to start back over. Most of the time where I would start back a long time ago when that was a problem, I would start by draping a set of RCAs from the radio to the amplifier and see where it goes. The other thing too is if your gain is turned up too high, your gain is a microphone. Just like when you get all loud on the microphone, if that's turned up too high, that'll pick up all kinds of noise. When we look at a car with the RTA and we can go all the way down to 100%, all you see is noise. Like the car creates so much noise on the RTA and all that is coming out of the stereo. It's all there. Well, if you turn up the gain too high, guess what? All that noise comes up and it comes to the surface and you can hear it. Hold on. Please help. I'm going to put a relay to power my backup camera, dash cam, steering wheel control, power antenna. When I watch your video on YouTube, you took the power for the relay from the accessory wire. Can you ever put too much on the relay if powered off accessory? Well, you can use accessory or constant 12 volts, and yes, there is too much you can do. If the accessory circuit you're going to tie it in, keep in mind the relay is only as strong as the circuit behind it. So if you are using, let's say, a 10 amp circuit as your power source for the relay. Now in the video we use the accessory power to turn on the relay, not to power the relay. So there's two sets of powers on the relay. There's what turns it on, which is accessory and ground, and then there's the output, which is usually a constant 12 volts coming in and going out. So it's an electromagnet that gets powered and it flicks the switch to do this. So here's your two on and offs, here's what goes on off. So when it turns on, this goes click and it connects the constant 12 volts, much bigger power source, and then passes that off to the accessories you're trying to turn on. Think of it as a light switch. That's what it is. It's just instead of you turning the light switch on and off, you're using an electromagnet to pull a tab over to turn things on. So, yeah. And as far as the other part of the question, can there be too much? Yeah, like I said, if your constant 12 volts that you're using only has a 5 amp fuse on it, then that's bad. But most of the time, your radio has a much bigger fuse than you'll ever be attaching it to.
Que tranza, Juan? So what battery did you suggest replacing my normally car battery with? I'm running a total of 900 watts, nothing crazy, FYI. I need a battery soon, so I'm not just replacing to replace.
I mean, for me, I run an AGM battery underneath the hood of my car. I always have, as long as they've been available. I get great success with those. It's underneath your hood. You still need to start your car. So just get the best battery brand you can. You know, a lot of people will say get like a red top. I'm not a fan. I go to Discount Auto Parts and I go, give me the best one you got. You know, and they go, okay, here you go. You know.
But if you're looking for something like that, you can check a Stinger.
They're not for starting. Those are not starting batteries. That's why they're not for car starting. They're for accessories. So that's why I don't recommend them. Okay. That's a secondary battery. It's not for starting your car. Those aren't designed to do that. They're designed to dump their power quick. I mean,
I see plenty of guys that use it.
Well, I understand. There's the only battery that they made that was made to start the car was the 35. That was made to go up underneath the hood of a Honda. Okay. There was a 68 or 680 that was a buy-use battery, but most of those batteries are accessory batteries. I mean, a battery's a battery. Sure, we'll go there, but they're not. They're not. Like if you get a Blue Top Marine battery, that's a deep cycle. It's made to release a small amount of current over a long period of time. The red top are not the Stinger red tops. I'm talking about those other.
The Optimus.
Thank you. So red tops, you have blue, yellow, and red. Red was for start, yellow was for accessory, and blue was for marine.
Yes.
Now Stinger used red and yellow because those were just colors that the batteries came in. Yellow was actually cheap, and red or affordable, and red was just the Stinger color because Stinger is red. But excess power has starting batteries. Exactly. So you have to, when you're buying those type of batteries, you have to make sure you're buying one that's made for starting the car and not just for accessories. So, yeah. Okay. That's why I just get an AGM battery. Put it underneath the hood and rock on.
Would the 7-inch Kenwood fit on a 2013 F-150?
Ooh, you'd have to cut. That would be tough because that's the one you have to cut the grill in the front of. Do you think you'd have enough room to do that? I don't think so.
I mean, you have to cut, like you say.
Well, I'm saying you have to cut behind, but then you have the grill in the front. You know, it's hard enough to fit the 6.5 in, the 6.5 in there. To go an extra inch, Do you think there's enough room to do that? I mean, you're always the one that's cutting them, so I pay no attention to it.
I mean, it's not that much. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
You think you're gonna say yes? All right, so Fernando says yes.
Yeah.
Boom, Dean got it. Oh, hey, I got one right. Woo! Yay! Have either of you tried Bosch Flex Click 12-volt drill? No. All our drills are Milwaukee, so we kind of run with Milwaukee's. I like Bosch routers. I have 2 of them.
I have Bosch drills before.
I've never had a Bosch drill. I only had no, because I had Hitachi for a really long time. Hey, before we get too deep into this, what's up, dude? Let's talk about our show sponsor today. Our show sponsor today is that means our show is being brought to you by the guys that make this beautiful box here, which is MTIacoustics.com. And that's right, as promised, you get a discount code. So now, if you type in SAVE20 at checkout, guess what? You'll save 20% off of this cool enclosure here, or any one like that. You can go to their website at mtiacoustics.com, design and build your own box, your own style, your own way. You can add all kinds of features. As you can see here, this is a black on black with acrylic and blue LED lighting behind the factory Ram logo. You can change the stitch to match. You can change the color to match. You can make those black acrylic panels clear if you would like. Oh, wrong button.
No, not that one.
That one. So head over to mtiacoustics.com, type in discount code SAVE20, and save 20% off of your purchase. We'd like to thank them for being our show sponsor this month, or whenever, for however long we decide to do it. But yeah, save 20%.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
Beautiful box, definitely.
We like it when we can bring you guys a discount, because that's cool, right? Because we're not getting paid. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry, bad news.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, I gotta go now.
It's Facebook, baby. Nobody gets paid on Facebook.
That's not good. Okay, anyway, let's continue.
Joking. They are beautiful boxes. They're sexy boxes.
They're beautiful boxes.
Real quick on the boxes, we did there is a video you can go. We did an unboxing where we had this is the Ram box here today. On Saturday, we were showing the F-150. On YouTube, we went and unboxed both of them. There was some concern. Someone had mentioned you could see a staple when we took the camera in there. You could see a staple poking through. What that staple is, could you walk over and point to the raised area there, where the raised area on the front of the box. Just that lip right there where your thumb is. That right there. That all the way around it. The staple is actually what is attaching that rim.
Why would I? I'm gonna show you right now.
So that sticks out like a half, 3/8 of an inch. And the staples that you could see were what is holding that in place. They had nothing to do with the structure of the box. Someone had expressed some concerns about that. And I was like, slow it down, killer. But make sure you head over there, save your 20%. All right. We'll get back to that later in the show.
Cal.
We see the staples. That's what they were there for. They were there to hold on the front panel.
All right.
They're not structural.
What's up, Ada? What's up, Jason?
Hold on, let me try to read this one.
Oh.
I swapped a Pioneer 4500 NEX to the 207 Alpine Restyle Jeep radio after I swapped. Oh, see, I knew I was going to lose it. There is like next to no bass going to my amplifier, a Marine
1005 JL audio. You were just talking about gains and why not use an SMD to set your gains with the 5-6 channel subwoofer. As embracing it sounds, I had to turn the gain all the way up. Also, I had to turn all the sub settings in the Alpine deck as well. Just get some decent sound. I like the bass, no overkill. One quality. Do I need to add an epicenter or something to boost the signal voltage?
So that is a really weird thing, because the 207 has 4 volts of output. It actually has the same amount of output voltage as the Pioneer.
Now, just maybe a stupid question, but make sure you plug it into the sub and not into the rear.
Well, yeah, but if he's getting subwoofer volume control on the 207 out to the radio, I mean, if you can go into the settings and turn the subwoofer up and down, That's
Okay.
weird. That's straight weird.
That's totally
what
weird.
amplifier did he have? He
has a 1005 JL amplifier. It's a nice amplifier.
Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense. You
no.
shouldn't have to. It's a 4-volt output. There should be no. There's
Totally.
something wrong there, for sure. So try this. You have a digital multimeter. You should be able to unplug everything RCA's from the radio, so that it's not going into the amplifier. Take your digital multimeter and play like a 40 hertz 0 dB test track, and you should get, with the volumes all the way up, subwoofer at 0, everything flat, you should get close to 4 volts of output. At a minimum, you should get 2 volts, but you should get at least close to 4 volts of output. You may need to turn the subwoofer volume up like 2 or 3 clicks. Sometimes you do have to do that, but it should. I mean, it sounds to me like you're not even getting a volt. But you need to check that output voltage and see what the heck is going on, because there's no reason that you should have to do that. That doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, as far as
maybe the crossover points. No, that doesn't mean no.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's almost like something got turned down. And I mean, on the crossovers, you do have level control in the crossovers. Like you can go on the 9-band parametric EQ.
And you can.
Or I mean, on the crossover page, I think you can toggle up and down the volume there.
Yeah.
Which would be, that's like what we do on the 650 because those are too hot, so you have to turn them down. But that is weird.
That is weird. Yes.
If you're getting that's another thing too. Good call. Thank you for dialing it back to the simplicity of things. But the only reason why I didn't think that, he's talking about the subs might be out of polarity, meaning they might be wired wrong. The only reason why I didn't bring that up is because all he did was swap the radio. So we're assuming if he took one radio out, put the other radio in,
that was just
then
RCA's.
It's just RCA's. One shouldn't be backwards from the other by swapping the radio.
No.
I mean, the easiest way to test that, of course, would be just to unplug one subwoofer. Now, he may only have one subwoofer. I don't know how many he has, but if he unplugs one subwoofer and it gets substantially louder, then that's definitely what it is. And it's a mono 5-channel amp, so I mean, it's
it's crazy. What do you think about lifting the seat 2 inches of a 2016 Ram 2500 with the back of the seat just not stay up, or it's another problem?
No, I don't think you should have a problem with that.
I don't think. I mean, like these guys right here, they actually, they sell you the lifting.
Yeah.
For that.
To do
what
that.
are you trying to do?
They sell the metal lift kits.
So
you can contact them and see what they. Sounds like. All right, so Lance chimes in. Lance tech support for.
Lance.
For Audison.
Yeah.
It says sounds like level. Hold on, where's it at? What is Lance saying?
I'm trying to find it. Hang on.
Ah, Jesus.
Jamil, what's up, buddy?
All right, here we go. Sounds like level, output, or crossover points. Well, that's the thing, and you're right. Crossover point, like if he has overlapping crossover points. So, for example, if you have the radio crossover point set to like 50, and you have the crossover point on the amplifier set to 80, and then you have something leveled down. It sounds like either there's something wrong in a setting or there's something wrong with the output, the subwoofer output of that. There should be no reason you should have to turn that gain all the way up, no matter what tool you're using to test it. It should not be an issue.
Tommy Spears, what's up, man? Did you talk to Tommy today?
He sent me a text.
Okay.
Arc Audio SW series, is it worth the money?
Arc Audio. Of course.
I mean, Arc Audio is really nice stuff as far as justifying how you spend your money. I mean, I've spent money on some really stupid stuff in my life, so I'm not the guy to ask. Check the RCA's. Yeah,
it's just like.
I mean, okay, so I mean, there again. Hey, Tommy. It just depends. Like, if all you did is pull this out and put that in, plug in RCA's, there shouldn't be anything else.
Just RCA.
It's like strange that something wrong, so that would lead me to believe it's something in the head unit. I mean, if we didn't change anything, we pull one out, put one in, it's got to be something in the head unit.
Maybe
maybe a broken RCA, but it's a 5.1, so all it needs is one RCA. I mean, there again, you could just flip. Yeah. I mean, it has 2 RC inputs, so. Maybe I could go with that. Maybe
you can reset the Alpine radio to factory settings to start over again now that you start moving all the settings back and forth.
I'm assuming though when he turned it on. Yeah, we had that
dilemma
issue
right
too
now.
last week.
Right.
Yeah, we had an RCA breakout and some cheap ass RCAs.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. All right. I think we've got that one.
Yes.
That's you at least have a place to start. Let's move on.
All right. Hey guys, I'm trying to retain my factory USB in a 2017 Subaru WRX and the Pioneer W4660 NEX. Pioneer switches to the USB-C on the back of the radio, and the amount of the adapter need to be connected to the factory USB to make Apple CarPlay. Do you guys have any suggestions?
So what we've been doing is we've actually been cutting our own USB-C mounts to put the USB-C in the dash, or we've been putting the USB-C down below and not retaining the factory USB. The reason why they switched to that on the Pioneers is because now it's a high speed or high voltage output. So even though it comes with the USB-C to USB adapter, which it does have in the box, a little tiny goofy looking thing, we've just been using the USB-C because there again, we know that most phone manufacturers have switched to USB-C. All the new Apples have the cable, it's Lightning on one end, USB-C on the other. A lot of the Android phones are already USB-C. So we've just been using the USB-C. That's just, yeah. Fortunately for us, we have this stupid expensive laser, so we've just been making little laser brackets, and no, we don't sell them yet. I'm sorry.
What is your opinion on the new flooring screens?
You can skip over questions.
No. I'm all the way in the bottom.
I'm just saying you can skip over some of the questions.
Yeah.
We covered that one today. I mean,
yeah.
we're not thrilled about any of them. I mean, they're just freaking. I don't know. You know, it's funny after doing the 2020 Explorer this past week and seeing the screen that thing comes with, which literally. If you haven't seen the 2020 Explorer, please Google it and see what the radio. It's like a 10-inch iPad or a Kindle sitting right in the dash. It looks really weird. It's neat. Like I loved what it as far as the amount of information that was there, but it just looks weird. I'm old. Get off my lawn. I don't know. I mean I don't know. The Pioneers do look nice. They look better than what came before them, in which case that would be the Alpine. I feel that the new Pioneers look better. Mm-hmm. However, yeah, I'm not sold on them because, like he was talking about, USB-C on the back, where it's located, sucks. And the Kenwood is going to be different, but it's going to have a knob because everyone told them they have to have a knob, and the High 10 has a knob. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Like Alpine, we had Alpine for so long, and of course we had the cheap stuff that came before it. I'm not counting any of that garbage. But we had to deal with the Halo for so long, and honestly, now when you compare like the Halo to the Pioneer, as far as like form for form, this thing looks like it's out of the 80s. That Halo looks like it's straight up out of the 80s, man. Because that Pioneer is just very sleek. So they did a really pretty job on it, but I don't know how I feel about floating screens.
That's awesome.
What?
I mean, talking about those USB-C adapters, give you the break on it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dude. I had Pioneer. I talked to Pioneer the other day, and they were like, "Hey, so what's going on with you and Pioneer?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I've been hearing good things." I'm like, I haven't said anything bad. I've only told the truth, and the truth is I don't like the fact that you guys flush mounted a USB-C that's this long off of the back of the radio. What the hell were you guys thinking? It doesn't make any sense to me. And we make a mount to hold it in place because we don't want it to break off. I don't want to service that. I mean, that's like, how stupid could it be?
Yeah.
How do you add USB-C to the car? We cut a USB-C so it comes with a USB-C cable, and we've just been cutting, usually whatever the size hole is on the laser to a USB-C, and then we back mount it in and glue it.
It's fun.
We way overthink something that just hang it in the cup holder. Wireless chargers and wireless CarPlay for the win. I totally agree. And there again, that's why I laugh that we're spending, it's like taking an extra half hour, 45 minutes to mount this USB-C that will never get used because the cars have wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and they're still plugging it into the cigarette lighter to charge it. So,
yeah.
But hey, that's the kind of crazy we are.
2018 Honda Accord 10-speaker system Easy or pain to replace it all? I watch all your videos, but never really say it's easy or not.
So easy or hard is all relative to your skill level. It doesn't matter what kind of car you're dealing with, whether it's a Honda Accord, like he's saying with ANC, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Some cars are just hard to work on. Some cars are easy to work on.
Mm-hmm.
But it also depends on your skill level. What are you capable of doing? What cars have you worked on in the past? If I had to start right out of the gate working on a Honda Accord, I probably wouldn't be the happiest camper in the world because they're not the easiest cars to take apart. There are tricks. Like you can break stuff real easy when you're taking those cars apart. Their panel clips are very fragile, and if you do them wrong, they'll snap right off. The other thing too is that it's like knowing how to do this stuff. Some people are great at it. Some guys can just do anything. Some guys can't. So go slow, take your time, watch our videos. I mean, we walk you through it as best we can.
Don't mention Accord, I get angry.
I love Accords. It's like
no,
Jeff.
it's because I had it.
Yeah.
Accord.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, but he's taking it to the extreme.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Right?
All right, what is Miguel saying here? I finally got my sound system in my Camaro. Sound perfect. Thank you guys for the videos, advice. However, I decided to install the Maestro RR to replace the El Paso, Texas install for me. Now, the front component speakers don't sound with the amp. They come
direct to the radio. Take it.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
No.
I love it when people just mess things up. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man. I mean, but if you're planning to come, we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's he at? El Paso, Texas. You can
Paso,
always go
Texas.
see Johnny.
Johnny, or you can go see
Arturo.
Arturo. Art.
Thank you so much for the info. Been doing 30 years. Just never did a new Honda. So the trick to the new Honda is don't try to take the top radio out. It doesn't have to come out. It's just the center console. Honestly, the one thing I love about the new Honda, I love with a passion, is that the only wiring we have to do, if it has the basic system, it has the premium system, kind of sucks. But even still, now we can run all our own wires in it.
Yeah.
And I love that fact. Yeah. That we can do the minimal, we can do it like an invasive surgery on it. And everything is wonderful.
Take the door in that car, like the door panel, just one screw. Awesome. It's perfect.
Can you use audio controls Acubase threshold level for a form of bass boost, and would it? Yes. Would it use it in the DSP software or just the amp itself? No, it's in the DSP software. It's totally in the DSP software. Hang on a second. Let's do this. Output view. What do we got here? DM810. Yes.
What are we looking for?
I'm trying to. What happened there? Oh my gosh. Hold on. So I was playing with, this is the new computer, so I was adding in a bunch of new software to it, and of course, hold on, let's go here.
There you go.
So here is the Acubase software this is the DSP for the audio control, so right here is your Acubase, and here is your level. So what you want to do is just turn your threshold all the way up so it's the most sensitive, and then you can turn on your level here, and this will be how much of that. I will tell you this, be super careful with it. It can get really crazy really fast. Personally, what I like to do is just come down to the EQ on the sub channel and just like create my own little bass boost. So like the Rockford Fosgate Punch EQ has been a 12 dB boost at 45 Hertz for years. So I just add in something that looks simple like this. Usually keep that a little lower. And this will give me that same effect if I want the boom. Yeah, that'll give me that punch that I'm looking for.
Here's the boom. Miguel.
Boom.
We're going to be here, so as soon as you come here, We take care of you, man. Don't
Except
worry.
for when we're on vacation. Which
Well, yeah.
Class D 5-channel amp are known for SQ, sans DSP? That's a simple one. That would be the Voce 5.1. If you want the sound quality 5-channel amplifier, Voce 5.1. It is a 5-channel amplifier. Channel 1 and 2 is the high side,
Yep.
and that is a Class A amplifier. Oh, my battery's gonna die.
Yeah.
And then Class 3 or channels 3 and 4 are Class AB for your mid bass, and then
5th channel
is Class D.
Ooh, awesome. All right. I totally missed that one. Hang on. All right. Looking for some good shallow 10-inch or 12-inch speakers for a Ram 1500 2020. It has to be nice and loud. Money is not an issue.
Well, if money's not an issue, go here to mtiacoustics.com, pick up your Ram box, and then have them build you a super tall one. So like the one here you're seeing in the picture that Fernando can shake is normal seat. So this will go up underneath if you want to do shallow.
Yeah.
As far as shallow woofers go, you can have them build it for anything from Utopia M's down to a set of Kicker Comp RTs. When you say money is no object, you're talking to the wrong guys. They'll build you a $20,000 box. Simple. Okay?
Yeah.
However, they will also build you a box where they'll raise up your seat 2 inches, and
totally.
you can actually put a
big woofer
in there,
Yeah.
which might be the way to
And
go.
that's probably what you're looking
if
for.
you know, because they can make this box much
Put
taller.
the MTI again.
This one right here?
Yeah, so go to MTI Acoustics, talk to them, and don't forget to apply the discount code SAVE20.
20%, baby. It's all
Ooh.
about 20%.
20 is 20,
20
man.
bucks is 20 bucks. Dude.
All right, have you ever installed DSR-1 and LC7i in the same vehicle, or it's not necessary? What to retain bass loss with the IQ bass? 2019 Nissan Titan with the factory radio.
Have we ever installed what and what?
A DSR-1 and LC7i.
Oh God, you never do that.
No.
Why would you do that? I mean, you really don't need to do that. That would be silly. Real quick, here is keep hitting the wrong. Here is the Voce 5.1.
Oh, look at you.
So that's what that looks like.
20 bucks, same as downtown.
Yeah. So if we want to look at the specs here real quick, 75 by 2 plus 140 by 2 plus 600 by 1. He always calls me during the live show. It is high res. You can also come over here and make it a full bit DA. So if you want to add their bit processor to it, you can just do like a whole crazy system.
All right.
Sorry, go on.
So why would you not put a DSR-1 and LC7i at the same vehicle?
Because you really don't need it. Okay, I take that back. Okay, yes, there is one situation where you need it. If you're doing, but there again, okay. So follow me on this. Most new systems that have the need for summing now make Amp Pros or Zens or
iData.
Yeah. So if we go here, so this. So you have Amp Pros, you have iData Link Maestros, you have Maestros, you have Nav TV, you have Mobridge. These are all manufacturers that make interfaces that allow you to tie into a factory system.
Yep.
And Nav TV, the Maestro will allow you to get the DSR-1 into, along with a couple others like ARC and Audison, allow you to interface your DSP directly into the car. Now, in some of the older vehicles, let's say you have a tweeter and you have a mid-range, and it's a amplified system, all right? So I don't even know if an LC7i would be enough for you, because remember, to go into the DSR, you have to have 4 channels. So you have to figure out how many channels you have to bring together to get a full range signal into the DSR-1. So if you have, let's say, front tweeter, front mid-bass, and let's say subwoofer, then you're fine. You could sum those all together in a DSR-1, take 2 channels out. I'm sorry, you could sum all those together in an LC7i, go out into a DSR-1, easy enough. If you want to retain rear fill, you might need like an LC8i, and then you can do tweeter, mid, sum them together. That could be 1 and 2 output, or sum in the subwoofer. So do tweeter, mid, sub. So 1 through 6 are going to be summed together out the front input, and then run rear into 7 and 8, and go that way if you want balance and fader through the head unit, because keep in mind, you really don't need it. Or with the LC7i, you could bring in tweeter mid on and have those output through 1 and 2, bring in sub on 6 and 7, and have DSR1 will allow you to do inputs 1 and 2 as front, and then inputs 3 and 4 as sub. Then you could still split those out through all the 8 RCAs the way you want, so you could still retain all your features that way. So if for some reason you have to do any form of summing before you go into the DSR1, then yeah, having some form of summing device there in front of it is totally acceptable. However, the amount of money you're going to spend on that, you might as well just get an you might as well get a DM608 or DSP with summing built into it.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense to do that.
You get more play time. What's up, El Fernandez?
Hey. What do you think of the Kicker KS series for budget speakers?
Awesome.
They're good for any budget speakers.
Oof.
They're really nice. The new ones are spectacular.
Yes.
Very happy with those. Can you please tell me what's a good amp for a sub in a 2013 F-150? I have a Pioneer 8200 with Kicker speakers. Please advise. So you have a Pioneer radio, which is nice. So you can go with any monoblock amplifier you want. It's a 2013 F-150. Depending on which F-150 you have is really where the question of what amplifier you're going to go with. So, for example, there's almost no room underneath the seats. If you have a single cab, you can go behind the seats. If you have a seat that comes down or it moves, then you can go behind the seat. You have one where it's stuck to the rear wall, then you're going to have to find someplace else to put it. Meaning that you don't have a ton of room. So depending on whether you're going to run 1 sub or 2, if you're trying to go a small footprint, you know, we have the Rockford T750.1, we have the T500.1. We just got a look at the Sound Digital on Saturday, their new 800.1, which is like this big, so it's super small, super easy to hide.
Yep.
If you have room, then obviously you can bump up to a bigger, more conventional amplifier. So you don't need to go, like, you don't need anything with the DSP built into it for just the sub amp. You know, you just need a sub amp. So the most important thing when you're deciding what amp to get is, will it fit in the car? That. Everything else will come together once you find out what will fit in the car. Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Roughly, how long it take you guys to just do an amplifier and tune it? I have one 4-channel amplifier and a sub. I just install my 4-channel, and for some reason the rear is way louder than the fronts. I'm not confident.
So when we're doing it, it's totally different than when you bring us something, because when we do something, it's, you know, we have start to finish full control of the system. We've taken everything apart. We know what we've done. If someone brings us something, we still have to go through the same process. So we got to take everything apart, especially if you have an issue. We have to find out why you have an issue. I mean, the rear is louder than the front. Where are the gains? Turn the rears down some. See, I mean, that seems like way too simple of an idea, so I'm assuming it's not that.
Right.
But yeah, it's I mean, it just varies. I mean, should all components, I want to read this one. Should all components match all speakers from the same manufacturer amps too? Ha! This is the OCD question of the night. Ding, 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 ding. Should everything match? The answer right off the bat is no. But that's too simple of an answer, so naturally let's elaborate a little bit. Most manufacturers of amplifiers don't make head units, so if you want your head unit to match your amplifiers, that automatically limits you to Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, JVC, Kenwood, and Power Acoustic, whatever.
I mean,
who cares about those?
Who cares?
Okay, Stinger. Stinger, now they have radios and they have small amplifiers that matches. However, there's way more amplifiers out there than there are radio manufacturers. So right off the bat, we know that the radio doesn't have to match the amplifiers, okay? So find amplifiers. There again, like I just told that other gentleman. The most important part about deciding the amplifiers is, one, let's make sure they fit in the car. So that's important. Some guy will call up and they'll be like, I want to do this. And it's like, does it even fit? What do you mean? Well, you're asking me to put a surfboard where a skateboard will go. We need to rethink this. That's the most important thing. So figure out how much room you have to put a product, and then find a product that'll fit. Because there's always levels of good, better, best in every size form factor there is. So that doesn't matter. So just if you need small, well, whatever your budget will afford, find the smallest, biggest, most powerful thing you can. Now when it comes to speakers, the answer is they have to match. That is the most important thing. I'm going to use a word now that some people are going to say you're saying it wrong. Some people say it timbre. Some people say it timber. Either way, it's not a tree falling in the forest. What it is, it's the sound signature of the speakers have to match. Meaning, the best way to think of this is in a home stereo. The three speakers across the front need to have similar mid-range and tweeters in them. If they don't, what happens is, let's say you have a big tweeter on the left, big tweeter on the right, and a little tiny tweeter in the center. As the car drives by. Sounds wrong. Okay, same thing happens in your car. There again, it only matters when we're talking about front and rear, trying to match them. Okay, you want similar sound signatures in your speakers. Now, do they have to match in the sense of, like, let's say I love the way this tweeter sounds, but I love the way that mid-range sounds. That's fine. You can do that. But if you have another tweeter in the car that you're trying to hear that doesn't sound like this tweeter, that may be a problem for you. So, for example, let's say you went with a set of Morel Virtus up front, and then you went with like a set of high energies in the back. Whoa, that's weird, because that tweeter is going to be way more efficient than that one. This one's going to just overpower, and it's going to sound wrong. But let's say you went with a set of Morel Virtus up front, and then you went with like a set of Maximos in the rear. All the manufacturer's tweeters are very similar, and they will perform very similar. The fact that they're back there in the rear, you'll be okay. But you want them to match in the sense that they all have very similar sound signature. Now, if you went, let's say, a set of Supremo Morel tweeters, and then you went with like a set of I don't know, Voce 8-inch mid-bass in the door because you like the way their mid-bass sounds. That's acceptable because you're matching sound sounds. You're building this crossover, this speaker array, and you're trying to get a specific sound. Most of us don't do that though. Most of us buy a set of components and a set of coaxials. And we put them in the car and we're like, and it's like, yeah. So from that, yes, you want them to match.
All right. That's awesome.
It's called voice match. I call it tonality. I like a little bigger word, maybe. Sorry, Ada.
It's called.
But it's called timbre, man. Let's use the dirty word for
voice,
it.
Or he say voce?
No, he
oh,
no.
Voice
it would
match.
never be voce in his world.
Really?
Yeah, no.
All right. 2016 F-150, 8-inch without the Sony system.
Yeah.
Should I do the MFD1? RR2, Kenwood DNX 9907XR, or do a tweak, a fix, and leave the stock head unit. I also have the Alpine PDX V9 5-channel powering the Alpine X series door speakers and a Type R shallow mount.
So let's look at it from not necessarily the brand of equipment you wanted to choose, because there's plenty of DSPs out there that are all one piece and not two pieces. Don't get me wrong, I love the tweak. I'm just not a big fan of the fix and the tweak combination. I find that is excessive, and I feel like they're fleecing their fandom. I love the tweak. I bought one and paid for it myself. I love that product, but I don't love the fact that you have to add something else to do high level. I feel there's plenty of DSPs out there. For example, what you're talking about, Helix Mini DSP would be phenomenal for that. It does high level input, and it'll give you front rear sub output and sound phenomenal. Now, back to the original question though, is do I, like this truck right here, same truck, has the 8-inch touchscreen in it, do I leave that, or do I take it out and put a new radio in it? The question you ask yourself, and by the way, the MTF1 and the RR2, that would definitely be the way to do it. That's we have the video, we show you how to do it, we'll walk you through it, it's sexy. But the question I always ask the people, like this guy dropped his car this morning, says, is there anything this radio does or doesn't do that you want to change? He's like, well, it does Android Auto. It plugs in. It charges my phone. It gives me all the features I like. I like the integration. I'm like, don't worry about the integration, because with this kit, you'll get all your knobs and everything will work. Retain your backup camera. We get all the beeps. You get all the pops. You get all the dings. Is there a feature in the radio that is annoying or you wish you had? If there isn't, why replace it? Because, you know, we do these trucks all the time, and we keep the factory radio. We do the Honda Accords, it seems like all the time now, and we keep the factory radio. Replacing the factory radio is only something we're going to want to do if there's a feature or something you hate, absolutely despise, you want, you don't have. That's when you look at replacing the radio. It's the DSPs are far enough along in their evolution now to where they will do magic for us. And they will allow us to have way more fun with these factory systems than we had ever intended. Now, with an F-150, there are a few caveats. So, for example, this is a 2-liter engine, which is great because it doesn't have the fake engine noise. If you have the 3.6-liter engine, that sucks because you are going to have fake engine noise generated from the radio into the system that you will have to turn off. Now, how you decide to turn it off is entirely up to you. There are plenty of videos out there that will show you how to do it using the 4Scan method, which you just buy a $28 4Scan tool, you download some free software, you sweat rolling off the top of your head, you turn it all off. It's fairly simple. And then that's it. And it turns off that fake noise, life is good, you move on. Or you pay the dealer $150 to go in and do it because they charge you an hour's worth of labor to do it. Either way, you have to get that turned off. Now, if you have the V8, you're cool. Doesn't have it, thank God. But that's it. Those are really the only things with the Ford factory radio that are a headache for us.
All right. What do you recommend for an amplifier to run 2-kicker CVXs 10s? Peak is 1200 watts. RMS is 600. Still haven't decided if I'm running a 421.
I mean the 2400.1, the KX 2400.1.
Oh, really? That's too much, no?
Oh, that big guy right there,
I was thinking the 1200.
Why?
600.
Well, it's a 1200 watt peak. I mean, according to Joe, he'd probably tell me, "Ah, you can do that all day long."
Yeah.
I mean, the 12.
Well, the 1800. I mean, check.
They make an 1800. Yeah, the 1800 would probably do it just fine.
Yeah,
you know.
pretty
I
much.
mean, personally, it's okay. If it's me, I'm buying the 2400 because I'm keeping my gain down. I'm going to be responsible about it, and I just want the bigger freaking amplifier.
Why do you be responsible? Just
because
blow it.
Because I spent a lot of money on it. You know, I mean, trust me, we treated the quad box like a redhead stepchild. We spanked the crap out of that thing with that 2400.
That was fun.
It ate it like it was Sunday lunch after church, man.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Tommy Spears, look at that.
Or you get a 1200.2 Evo X. Screw that. Go for the 3K, bro. No, don't do the 3K. But anyway. Yeah, 1200.2 Evo X. Then you only got an amp that's like this big, and it's like not taking up any room. Good call.
All right.
Oh yeah, the 301 Evo X. Yeah, you can watch those. We put those on the quad box. We have that video if you want to see those. And like they're.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me go get one.
The Helix for life. Oh man, Helix is awesome.
So this is the 3K. That's the prototype 3K. I think they're shipping now.
They shipping now?
I think so.
All right, 2000.
I think after we tried to break it, they were like, they didn't manage to break it. We're good.
2017 GMC Sierra.
Yeah.
Old system.
Yeah.
Is there any bypass harness made? I want to add a DSP in my 5-channel amplifier.
Okay, so navtv.com I think is what you're going to be wanting for the 2017. If not, first go to pack-audio.com and see what they offer. If you have the Bose system, I think it's the Pack Pack AP whatever 61. GM61. We have a video. We have 2 videos, but we have the one on Bose. So if you go Amp Pro Pack GM61 in our YouTube channel, you'll find that video there. We walk you through the whole process of how to do it. They do make a T-harness now, so you don't have to cut anything.
Correct.
Everything just kind of click, click, boom, and you're rocking and rolling, and you can put in a 5-channel amp, do all the kind of fun stuff you want. The nice thing about it is it has a It has a Toshlink output, so if you get a DSP that has a Toshlink input, I don't know what kind of 5-channel amp you have, but there's plenty of DSPs that have Toshlink, so you can that's a fiber optic cable or SPDIF, depending on whoever you're talking to. You don't have to run an RCA.
All right.
So you can go to town.
You recommend NAV TV?
All of them are shipping. So, yep, the 20K, baby.
You recommend the NAV TV for my 2020 Traverse. Never found it. We say check the website.
Check. That doesn't
check the website.
mean.
Yeah, we never.
The other thing too is call them.
Yeah.
They all have phone numbers on their pages. Give them a
Yep.
call and see if they make something that works for your vehicle. Not all. NAV TV doesn't necessarily. Most manufacturers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, but the Amp Pro works just as good. Actually, I think the Amp Pro works better because that's just my opinion. So NAV TV, PAC, a lot of these companies, iData, they will not put something on their website as functioning until it's tested. So there are situations where you'll go on, like for right now, on PAC's webpage, Toyota, the TY3, Amp Pro TY3. There's like 40 other cars that it works on, but they don't list on their website because they don't have the harness yet. But if you call them and ask, they'll say, yes, it works, and they'll send you a schematic so that you can just hardwire it in. So we've called NAV TV a lot of times where we'll say, hey, we want to do this, and they'll say, you need this product, and it's not listed. It's okay, this will work, we know it'll work, or so give them a call.
Yeah.
Worst case, you talk to Bob.
Well, the first time that we did the NAV TV F-150 Raptor, they actually send the piece to the customer.
Yeah.
And they give him a deal and everything, so.
Do you guys tune systems? I just got a custom 4th order box with 2 and an LC2I having issue picking up some bass. There's not really much to tune there. So the only thing an LC2I has is your AccuBass, which technically you can do by ear. But there's not a lot of tuning. We can't get in there and change the port or anything like that.
All right,
so it's just a matter of setting gains and hoping for the best.
All right, building a system in my 2010 Silverado extended cab. Thinking of Rockford 404 T750.1.
Yeah.
2J Audio 10TW3. Needing ideas for components and capable DSP to bring everything together. Thank you.
Why not just do Rockford?
T2s?
Do some T2s in there. Hey, Mom.
Hey.
Do some T2 components. Go with the DSR1.
T1s.
Finish off the Rockford system. Just go all Rockford. It sounds to me like you're trying to do something that's loud. Yeah. They also make a pretty nice underseat woofer. The T1, as Fernando said, is pretty badass. But I'm not going to try to talk you out of the JLs because those are equally as awesome too. So
yeah,
go to town. Best 4-channel RCA. Find the one that's you can afford. That's it. There are tons of them that are way more money than you could ever possibly want to spend. Find the best one that you can afford. Obviously all the ones we use are Stinger, and they have a ton of different ones. Just whatever one falls into what you're willing to spend, buy it.
Options on compact power and subwoofers. Looking to add bass on my non-amplify factory system 2008 extended cab.
What, are we trying to find small amplifiers?
Power amplifiers.
Power amplifier?
No, I'm sorry, power subwoofers.
Powered subwoofers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rockford make the 8-inch, the 10-inch T's.
Yeah.
Check that. Who else make that?
Audison has one. They have a 10-inch.
Yeah.
We got the SR amps in, but we have not tried them yet, Lance. We have them. We've got both of them in, but we've just, like you can imagine, I know you've been crazy busy too, so things have just been nuts here. Last week was insane. Hey, real quick, we got a new thing in today.
Oh, perfect.
That, we want to take a moment and talk about from Audio Control. This is the Rialto. So for you guys who didn't catch the Instagram today, the Rialto is part of my mad idea that I have that William Berg is helping us with. He's made us one set of the 2 speaker enclosures. So I talked about we want to be able to set up a speaker array in the install bay and the microphone, and we want to listen to speakers and let you guys kind of hear them and see how they sound. And to power those was always the question until we went to audio control, and I saw the Rialto sitting on the shelf, and I was like, this is perfect, because for one, it's a home audio product, so I can plug it into the wall, which is key, so I don't have to worry about any noise or anything like that coming from a power supply. But it's made by Audio Control, which is a car audio company. And the idea is, this is a 2-channel power amplifier made to go into your house, looks super sexy, and power up a set of left and right monitors. This little guy right here, how cute is that? Hold on. Fernando, grab your little toy.
I'm grabbing.
Grab your toy. So this is the Rialto here, and it is like, here's my iPhone, so you can kind of get an idea of how big this thing is. I mean, and then on the back, what you have is your left and right output, your power on and off, 2 Toshlink inputs. Just hold on, hold on, wait a minute, I'll help you out. There we go.
Sure.
We have a ton of outputs, a ton of inputs, a bunch of dip switches over here. I haven't had a chance to read any of the information on this yet, other than to say this was going to be perfect for what we wanted to do, because how sexy does that look?
That's nice.
Right? It looks awesome. If we ever wanted to put in an amplified subwoofer, this has an output to go off to the amplified subwoofer, which is right there.
Right there.
This does come in white and black.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted the white because I like white. I mean, I'm an Apple guy, and this makes my Apple inner person feel better. There's those dip switches there. Oh, we got high pass and low pass crossovers built into it. Oh, that is so cool. So this is pretty neat. We're super excited to have them. It's a 600 watts, so it's 300 by 2. Yeah, I know, right? How sexy is that?
Yeah.
So this is what is going to power the left and right speakers for us to do. That's it, man. That's what we got. Now, once we actually get to playing with them and we'll do more in depth on this. This literally just came in. Nice DAC amp, right? I know. So all we needed was something that we can stream our phone to or plug our phone into and play. I might take it home so I can listen to it with headphones.
Oh yeah? Yeah, you can.
It has the headphone output.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah, super excited to get our hands on that for sure. Now we just need the boxes.
Now the question is, this one has the same thing, 5-year warranty?
I have no idea what it has for a warranty. Dude, you want to read it? Go right ahead.
No, thank you.
We just literally unboxed it a couple hours ago.
I'm not ready.
But yeah, so this is the master plan, William. This is it right there. So
there you go.
And then your pretty boxes will be right next to them.
I'm gonna bring the boxes so that people can see it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh no, they totally matter. So the thing is, there again, I always buy the white iPhones. The name of my phone is Mr. White. My first big Apple was white. I like the white look on these products. Alright. And black amps matter too. Every car audio amp is freaking black.
A lot of stuff in here.
Well, yeah, because I bought all the other accessories. So what we'll have is this will be for a tweeter. We're gonna laser cut panels to attach into this. We'll put some threaded nutserts in here, and this will be for the mid-range. And then they'll be able to stack like this. So if we have a 3-way set, we can test it like this. If we have a 2-way set, we can test it like that. We have a bunch of acoustic foam that we're gonna glue inside of there. We have a bunch of these cool terminals that are gonna go onto the back, so we can just plug these things in and we can build whatever array we want to. And then we can just sit back
and enjoy it.
See how it sounds.
Thank you to William.
But yeah, that's the plan, is to get this done. Hopefully 2020. That's kind of the idea. 2020. For you guys, lifetime warranty.
I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Trust me, Audio Control just laughed when I call him and go, hey man, this stopped working. I think I broke it. No,
what do you want, Dean? What do you want?
You'll be rocking out the bay. I know, right? You need to hook up like a 15 to it, just to piss those guys off that are always playing the reggaeton Wednesday, hard rock Tuesday. All right, so that was that. Also, real quick before we end this, make sure you head over to mtiacoustics.com. Use the discount code SAVE20 so that you can get your cool custom-made one-off subwoofer enclosure. This one, of course, is for the new Dodge Ram. They do make this if you're one of those guys who wants to retain your cubbies. They do make a version of this box that allows you to retain your cubbies.
Yeah.
As far as you can pick the stitching, you can pick whether you want windows. You can just do carpet if you want. You don't have to go all crazy.
Like this part right here.
Yeah, you can have your...
Can go through so you can see
make it a window. You can pick the colors you want. You can design these things to be whatever you want, but make sure you type in discount code SAVE20 to save 20% off of it. And there again, you can type in any type, the pickup trucks. They will make it, and if you want to go tall, they'll make tall. If you want seat risers, they sell amp boards for the back underneath. They got it all. So head over there and check it out, mtiacoustics.com. I want to thank Audio Control for sending us this Rialto. We have some other things too that we're going to be have to talk about with them soon, but they got back ordered. Thank you, coronavirus, and screwing everything up. Make sure you go out and check Saturday's video. We had a nice Sound Digital 801 that we opened on that, and it was a lot of fun. Plus, if you want to see what the F-150 box looks like, we showed that, as well as we have a full unboxing video of both of those. Yep. That's going to be the show for you today. It's hard to believe it's been an hour. I know, right? It is ridiculous. D&F Tool Drawer is a place you can find all the cool tools that we use so that you can use them too and be awesome. Finish the other set of boxes this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, William.
Patreon is a place you go to support the show. Teespring/store/5 stars is a place you can go to get cool 5-star shirts. This weekend is the 4th of July. Some of you guys out there will be rocking the cool 4th of July shirt and looking all super sexy. If you're one of those cool guys, make sure you take a picture of yourself or have someone take a picture of yourself and tag us on Instagram. I will be wearing mine and I will put up a picture. I know Fernando will be using his.
Yeah.
If you're on Facebook, the Clean Wire, well, obviously you're on Facebook, you're on the show, duh. The Clean Wire Club is a place for you to put up all your clean wiring or to get tips, tricks, and how-tos. Yeah. If your wiring sucks and you want to learn how to do it better, it's too hard.
Never mind.
We want to end the show and go home. Make sure you head over to there and ask questions, post pictures, and if your picture is exceptional, it will be put to the top of the page, meaning you'll get the week and everyone will know who you are, and you'll be the baddest bitch on the block for at least a week or more.
Wait on the zip that shirt. Oh.
You never got one? Oh man, I feel bad. Yeah, Tommy, yours isn't gonna be there in time. I'm sorry, I tried.
All right, guys.
Okay, enough of that. I just totally zoned out there. Yeah, listen, guys, we want to go home. Have a great day. If you want to see more of us and have more fun, make sure you tune into Instagram. You can watch our 5 minute 5-star. They're not 5 minutes, but they're with us, and we do them every day or every other day or close enough on Instagram. End the show, Fernando.
Bye.